So, obviously, we've been watching, we've just finished our pandemic, and of course, everybody had a torrid time. Nobody would like to remember the 2020 and 2021. 2022 was better, and of course, now with pandemic getting over, we are now settling down back to normal. It's obviously good to be in that kind of space. So what I'm going to talk about is how, we as Sonicwall is driving our customers, post-pandemic, how they can secure their networks. Of course, everybody has gone through a hell of a time, and then there has been a lot of challenges in these times wherein, there was proliferation of devices, the pervasive cloud was there, and of course, there were sensors everywhere, and, the threat landscape expanded. Obviously, there were a lot of startups which came up and which did not have appropriate cybersecurity in place. So obviously, those organizations were easy targets for the hackers and the other, the dark web. So of course, they were all struggling. And then of course, we had a big problem in our supply chain. People were working out of remote offices. A lot of people were working out of their villages. So there was, all over. The problems were there, but of course, the best part is we have, defended it well, and, and we are getting stronger, and we are getting stronger and stronger day by day to take up these challenges. So talking about, the dwell time, all these, my previous slide obviously spoke about a lot of challenges, but what is the medium dwell time? I wanted to, focus on that. Whenever there is an attack, obviously when people are silently getting inside the network, till the time those hackers are actually detected, they are revealed. And that's what the dwell time actually means. The moment you silently entered and you made a kind of a hack till you are actually discovered by the cybersecurity sensor that, this guy is now there in the system. So there was a time in 2011, so that, the dwell time was 416 days, which was more than a year. And now, of course, the latest was 2021, and it has come down to only 21 days. Of course, which means that cybersecurity has improvised over the last 1 decade. And, obviously, we as Sonicwall has contributed a big, there's a big part from us which has actually reduced the dwell time from 411 days to 21 days, which is as of last year. And then if you see, the region by region split, we have Americas, which is the Latin America and the North America, APAC, of course, Asia Pacific and Japan, and then EMEA. So what you see is the dwell time in APAC was around 21 days. Of course, America being, the first world, they have much more superior, they're more conscious about cybersecurity. It was 17 days, but then EMEA was down to 48 days. So of course, we were kind of better than, talking about APAC, which we belong, so we were better than. And then obviously this region had a lot of ransomware attacks. So there were 38% of intrusions which were ransomware related, whereas the other one had fewer than, we were the highest. So APAC probably is one of the most, for the hackers, for the ransomware attackers, this is one of the most popular ground as of now. And if you see, this actually is from our report, which we publish every 6 months. This is a threat report which Sonicwall publishes. And if you see the ransomware frequency, ransomware also, there was a time it was 40 seconds, every 40 seconds there was a ransomware attack, and now it's come down. Now it's 11 seconds. It's come up to 11 seconds, that every 11 seconds the frequency of ransomware has increased so much. And if you see the cyber incidents by industry, So which clearly shows that, if you see DDoS attacks are more prevalent in education and finance, and if you see, crimeware is more in manufacturing and professional. So these are some statistics which I wanted to highlight, but of course, we as cybersecurity professionals, and we do, obviously we are trusted advisors to so many organizations. We of course are reducing the cause of cyber attacks. So if you see, even in the last few years, everybody's spoken about the SolarWinds attack, which was very famous. 18,000 customers got affected by it. Then there was Bloomberg attack, there was Guardian, and even we just saw the Ames ransomware attack, which was as latest as 3 months back. So all that they have been prevalent, and of course, our motive and our objective is to kind of minimize these attacks. You cannot eradicate, because these guys will always be there. So obviously our aim is to minimize the attack and of course help our customers. So talking about boundless cybersecurity, which we've been talking about for some time, and that has been the approach, because as you know, security has to be anywhere, everywhere. You may be working out of villages, or you may be working out of your offices. People are working in hybrid modes, and of course you want to stop you want to know all the unknowns, know the unknown, which 99% of the ransomwares or the attacks are known. Only 1% is unknown. You want to be safeguarded by that 1%, which is of course very, very important. Apart from that, you want a multi-layer approach. It has to be at all levels, whether it's at the gateway level or it's at the endpoint level. Again, visibility is a very important part of it. You want visibility which can easily get a CISO, the entire security posture of his organization, because you don't want to land in a situation where you don't have a visibility, and because of lack of visibility you missed an attack. So that's also very important. Disruptive economics, the return on investment, obviously you need to have a good return on investment. The total cost of ownership should also be low, and of course you want minimum disruption from the humans. So you want maximum intelligence, and it should be in an automated mode. And of course the security posture has to be maintained. So it has to be a continuous process where this system works automatically without much of human intervention. So boundless security is what we've been preaching, and whether you talk about the cloud or you talk about the on-prem, so we are everywhere. You talk about our sandboxing, we have it on our on-prem as well, and we have it on our cloud as well. So we cater for both the markets, because now if you see the government market, which is still a little old school, because they still want everything on-prem, so that's also available. We have our network security manager, which is our dashboard, which gives you a good visibility, and it can easily manage multiple firewalls across across your platform. We are also now into email security, whether it's host-based or it's the O365s or the Zimras of the world, or the other platforms. So we protect all of them. Of course, on-prem was always there. So now host-based security has become very popular, because people are going to the cloud, and that's where the future is. So we safeguard those as well. Talking about our capture cloud platform, so we believe in the policy of we have as I said, we have known threats, which are 99%. 1% is unknown, which can be very dangerous and which can be very fatal. So that's where you want it to protect it from your network, and that's where we have something called the block until verdict. So whenever there's a file which is unknown. So we hold it and we block it till we actually inspect it thoroughly, and then after our complete thorough inspection, that's where we decide whether to block this permanently or it's still good to go and we pass through it. Obviously there are a lot of examinations which we do. Obviously it's backed by our capture ATP, which is advanced threat protection, and the real-time deep memory inspection, which has a double sandboxing engine which is there on top of it. Apart from this, we've had one which I'm very proud of, because capture ATP plus RTDMI has gone through some rigorous testing, and obviously this technology has helped Sonicwall, and it was patented by us, and it's gone through rigorous 220 odd days of testing with a lot of malware samples, innocuous applications, and of course the results were the best, because obviously this has been certified by the ICSA labs, and it's been absolutely 100% detection of all the threats and zero false positive, and it's been 11th consecutive quarter of ICSA labs which has certified this test. Again, a proud moment for Sonicwall to be in, and of course a 7th consecutive perfect score which Sonicwall has achieved. Apart from that, obviously talking about our products, I'll just quickly go through. Of course, we are no more a firewall company, which which most used to perceive that. It's a end-to-end security where we have our endpoint security, which is backed up by SentinelOne. We also are in the cloud email security, which I spoke about. We also now are, obviously zero trust network has become a very popular jargon, and we also have that with us. Apart from that, we're kicking off with our MSSP model in India with Ingram Micro. So MSSP would be fully integrated platform, and anybody who wants to go for everything would be in cloud, whether it's firewall, endpoint, email, and all the products which we carry. The MSSP will be a fantastic platform wherein everybody could pay monthly and pay per use, which is what the entire OTT platform is going through, and this would also be available with our Ingram as our distributor. And of course, we are backed up by our strong support services, which is based out of Bangalore, which is a global support center. So we have a strong team of our supports, which is sitting there. Talking about some accolades, CRN, and of course has rated us as the 20 coolest security company, of course, which is again a proud moment for us. And then of course we've had some Asia Pacific wins with Steve Award in 2022, and IDC has also rated us pretty high. So that's about it from my side. I won't take much of time. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to me patiently.